Hey everybody, and welcome to the Boulder Dash video training series. My name is Rob Andriozzi, and I'm a personal trainer here at Unleashed Functional Fitness Center and Obstacle Training Facility. Today we're going to talk about some non-specific training that will help you guys get strong to be able to go over different obstacles, such as the walls, the cargo net, the monkey bars, the vertical rope, and various other obstacles as well. Anything where you need to pull yourself over, this is going to be an important training tool. So here I'm using the TRX, which is a form of suspension training. And one reason that we love the TRX in here is because it's very user-friendly from beginner to expert, okay? I can simply just change the angle of my body, put more or less weight onto my arms or my legs if I'm doing a lower body exercise, and I can modify and be progressive about it. So my first exercise here that I'm gonna show you is gonna be the row. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep our palms down, we're gonna lean back, we're gonna tighten up our glutes and our abs, and we're gonna keep our feet flat on the floor. And right now I'm facing my anchor point. So whether you're on a TRX suspension system or you're doing this at home, you wanna make sure that you're facing up toward the anchor point. Keeping my wrists straight, keeping my back straight, I'm gonna be pulling my body through at a full range of motion, and then I'm gonna be lowering myself down slow, okay? As we pull ourselves up, we're gonna watch out that our hips don't come forward. We wanna make sure we keep that nice tight plank position. And on the way down, I wanna make sure that I go nice and slow so my butt doesn't fall back and I lose my posture there. So we tighten up the glutes and the abs, we stare at the anchor point, we keep our head neutral, we come through, pull those shoulders back, pull those arms back, we lower ourselves slowly and in a controlled manner. You can do this over 10 repetitions, 15 repetitions, all the way up to 25 repetitions. Take a little rest in between. 2 to 4 sets should probably be sufficient. Another way that we can use the TRX and make our exercise a little bit more specific to, let's say, climbing a wall, is to add a little bit of a squat in there and increase our hip flexibility. So, I can perform my row the same way that I did before, and then I can come all the way out, and at the bottom, when I'm back to full extension of my arms, I can sit my hips down, bend my knees, and hold on tight to the TRX, keeping all the tension through the strap. And this will help me get maybe a little bit lower than I could on my own, and it will open up my hips a little bit. And that's gonna be very similar to when we climb up the wall. So we come into our pulling movement, and then our squatting movement. Back to full extension of the knees, hips are back in line, pulling movement, full extension of the arms, and I'm gonna squat to my full range of motion, my end range of motion, come back up to the top. All right, so another great exercise that we can use that will translate very well to the walls, will help us build explosive power in order to be able to jump high enough, is a high knee skip. So generally it's used as a warm-up exercise, and it is a great warm-up exercise, but here I'm gonna show you how to progress from the floor to maybe a plyo box. And what we're gonna do here is, after we were running toward the wall, we know we have to leap. We have to stick our foot out, and that's how we're gonna get our hands on the top. So, as I'm running up to the wall, and I'm gonna do this from a stationary position here, but you can do it moving down the floor. So stagger your feet, go opposite arm and leg. So here I'm leading with my left, so that means I'm going to keep my right nice and high, my right arm, and my left foot. And I'm pushing off, and I'm switching. So as my knee comes up on the right side, my arm comes down on the right side, and my left drives up. And what this does is it keeps me squared up to the wall when I run to it, so I don't rotate. So right from here, opposite arm to leg, I know I'm gonna drive that back leg up as I push off my toes on the left foot, and I skip. Again, I push out the foot, I switch the arms, and I drive the knee up. All right, and you would obviously alternate from the left to the right. So even though we know we probably have one leg that's a little bit more comfortable jumping up on the wall than the other, we should still always practice both sides for balance. Moving to the plyo box, and we can use different heights. I'm just gonna use a little bit taller one here. You're gonna put your foot on, you're gonna upright yourself because now you have that hip flexed and that knee flexed. So you need to make sure that you have good posture. Tighten up your abs, pop out your chest, hands in the same position. And the only difference is now instead of pushing off the floor with my left, I'm gonna push off the box. My arms do the same thing, my knee does the same thing. And I need to stabilize a lot more because now I have to bring that right leg back to the floor from this elevated position because I'm on top of the box. So from here I switch, I drive the knee up, and then I very slowly bring myself back down. Up, switch, and land. And that's how you do a high knee skip using a plyo box. So now that we've seen the high knee skip from the floor and on the plyo box, we can see how it applies here to our 6-foot wall. So as I run toward it, I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the floor, opposite arm and leg, driving the knee up nice and high. But now I'm going to be sticking my foot onto the wall. All right, take off and stick. Again, I move forward toward the wall, explode up, and then I need to get my hands out and stick my hips back. I'm Rob, I'm from Unleashed, and I'll see you guys at the next Boulder Dash.